This video goes to show as a reminder why it is not only important but crucial to follow and apply legality, ethics, and social responsibility throughout the principles of our lives. This is a cautionary tale of Theranos, the blood testing medical facility that was swept away by allegations of deception, fraud, and corruption, and Flint, whose water was tainted with lead and contaminants for years, knowingly by the state politicians who did nothing to resolve the matter and resulted in hazardous solutions to the point where state residents could not even ingest their own state's water. For Theranos, there was multiple legal issues, especially including their security fraud, wire fraud, fraudulent practices, and regulatory violations. For security fraud, the lawsuit alleged that Holmes and Barlini made false and misleading statements to their investors about Theranos' technology and capabilities in order to attract funding for more blood testing. Wire fraud was also noted in the lawsuit, asserting that Holmes and Barlini had misled investors through emails, presentations, media appearances, also regarding Theranos' blood testing technology. Fraudulent practices were also conducted and were also another big legal issue, as Holmes and Barlini overstated the accuracy and reliability of Theranos' tests, which led to multiple false claims about the effectiveness of the product. The company had faced heavy scrutiny from the FDA for their lack of transparency and adherence towards multiple regulatory guidelines. Ethical breaches were also done by the Theranos blood testing medical facility, such as misrepresentation of technology, deception of investors and consumers, lack of transparency, and their honesty and integrity. Misrepresentation of technology. It was noted that Theranos would claim that it can perform a wide range of tests with just 2 drops of blood, but the internal documents in the lawsuit, as well as information from the whistleblowers, revealed otherwise and stated that technology was heavily unreliable and produced inaccurate results. Holmes and Barlini deceived their investors and consumers by promoting the technology as revolutionary in the healthcare field, despite knowing that it had heavy limitations and deficiencies. Lack of transparency within Theranos' leadership also included Elizabeth Holmes withholding information about the accuracy and reliability of Theranos' technology, which could have had serious consequences on the health of their consumers. And the honesty and integrity of Theranos' executive management was that they had knowingly provided inaccurate test results to patients and misled their stakeholders about the capabilities of the technology, all to make a quick buck and to promote the goals of Theranos. As far as the legality for the Flint water crisis, they faced legal issues such as negligence and regulatory violations, environmental protection laws, and civil criminal charges. Negligence and regulatory violations. Government officials in Flint, including the state-appointed emergency managers, had neglected to implement corrosion control measures after switching the water source to the Flint River, which had led to lead leaching from the aging pipes into their drinking water. Flint was also in violation of multiple environmental protection laws, including the Safe Drinking Water Act, and government agencies that were responsible for ensuring the quality of the water and public health had failed to enforce these regulations, which then led the exposure of lead and other contaminants for the Flint residents. Several of the individuals, including government officials, have faced civil and criminal charges during this crisis, which included negligence and involuntary manslaughter. Ethical breaches for the Flint water crisis have included disregard for public health, failure to uphold duty and care, as well as transparency and accountability. The disregard for the public health due to the government officials wanting to prioritize their cost-saving measures over the public health, they ignored evidence of the lead contamination and downplayed their concerns, putting multiple vulnerable communities, especially POCs, at risk. Failure to uphold their duties, they had violated multiple ethical principles by knowingly exposing their residents, including children, to harmful effects of lead poisoning. And the lack of transparency and accountability, they downplayed the concerns raised by residents and experts about the quality of water and failed to take timely action to address the contamination once it was confirmed, which had led to trust within the local government. As far as the COVID social responsibility issues, there was multiple impacts, not just for
created using Powtoon.